My name is Nick Fristash, and I am giving a senior project presentation on my experience job shadowing over at Border States Electric in Duluth, Minnesota. And my project choice was career research, and I job shadowed Grant Miller, a sales representative for Border States Electric. And why I chose this project, I've always had an interest in sales and like the aspect of working with other people is always intrigued me immensely. I'm pretty easygoing as a person, so talking to other people is always just came natural. So, and all sales really is just negotiations and working with customers and like either talking on the phone or working behind a desk or just like in person talking to people, and I found that I'm pretty good at that. And my goal through this project was to learn the specifics of like the sales field in this career and if this is the right direction for me to go. I've always, as I said before, I've always wanted to do something similar to this, and I found the opportunity to job shadow someone, so I took it. And about Border States Electric. Border States Electric was founded in North Dakota in 1952. It's the ninth largest electrical supply distributor in the USA. They sell everything from copper wiring, saws, tools, clothing, protective wear, anything that a contractor or construction worker or citizen would need at all. If you need it for a contracting job or anything having to do with construction, they have it. It's ultimately one of the number one choices for Cirrus Aircraft, Bashan Electric, otherwise like from a lot of different local like businesses really use Border States for all their electrical needs. And as you see here, there's wiring, like tools like hand bandsaws, drills, basically, as I said before, anything you want to have. What did I accomplish through this project? I witnessed my mentor Grant make many sales over the phone and behind a desk. I sorted and arranged various parts and learned about Border States Electric's inventory. I learned about just all about like my mentor's job, like the specifics about the job, essentially how I got into it, which I will talk about later. I logged the full 18 hours of Border States in 2 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. shifts. But ultimately it was really a good experience, and I'm going to get into it more here. But interviewing my mentor's Grant, his career consists of contacting and like keeping tabs on customers as well as like past customers and supplying customers with things they need and answering questions consumers have about Border States products. But really, this Border States, I did it, but alright. Well, a Grant acquired his position at Border States through, he started off working in the warehouse, and basically like a lot of the training through Border States is all on the job. So when he was trained to be a sales representative, it was all basically like his training was form fitted to Border States and what they need as a company from him through sales. So like different like tactics that normal businesses don't use for sales. But otherwise, like education required at Grant's field of work. Basically, like you said, you take classes through Border States.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, before you get promoted, you have trainings. Like usually, like you go for like every other weekend. It's kind of like somewhat like a night school kind of thing, and but otherwise, like his career specifics, his hours are like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, gets weekends off and holidays off generally, unless there's like a meeting or something specific that's going on during a holiday, you generally have it off. Salary, so starting off at sales, like when he first got his job, he said he was making like close to like 40 to 45 grand a year. Said like through border states, and he said it also doesn't count the like commission, and but otherwise he said like usually it ends up, if you're experienced, it can end up being like in like the 50ish range, but otherwise usually like 35, 40 grand a year is generally where it starts. But Grant said his favorite thing about his career is just talking to people, like the same things that I enjoy about like working and talking. I messed it up, but anyways, that's ultimately one of Grant's favorite things about his career. What did I learn from this project? I learned about how a parts distribution company works, as well as observing the sales career as a whole. I made personal connections with my mentor as well as other employees of Border States Electric. I accomplished my goal about learning about the field of sales and working with people, and this project has helped fuel my interest in this career field. There was nothing I really disliked about my experience over there. How does this project affect me? Well, as of this summer, I have an opportunity to be employed by Border States Electric. Once I get my high school diploma, I can apply and work in the warehouse and get to know their inventory even more than I have. And basically, just proving yourself is how you rank up through Border States. But I will ultimately continue to use the knowledge that I have learned through this project this summer, working for Border States and other potential jobs in the future, and anything in regards to sales. But my thoughts on this project as a whole, this project has done nothing but fuel and encourage my interest in this field, especially now that I have an opportunity to work for them. The experience I gained through this project will stick with me for a long time to come, and I'm very satisfied with what I have acquired through this project. It was more than I had ever really envisioned when I first started like negotiating what I was going to do over there. And thank you, and I'd like to give a big thanks to my mentor, Grant, as well as Mr. Scott and judges and everybody who helped bring this project together. Are there any questions?
Okay, you just